Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about Lil Duval and the comments he made against women's hair type. And when we say women's hair type, we know who he was talking about and who he was targeting. I believe he was targeting black women, and it's quite obvious. And black women are not here for it. So I'm going to go to the post and read to you guys what he had to say. I'm going to share what some of the comments are on some of the people who responded to this. And then we're going to get into this whole situation. So let me go on over to the post right now. Hold up. I thought I had it pulled up. Okay. So he posted on his Instagram or his Twitter. He first posted on his Twitter and he said, "I hate the big curly bushy hair look. I'm not saying stop wearing it, ladies. I personally just don't like it. I like every other style though, especially the straight hair look. But the big afro lion-ish, it can go." So then he followed that up and went further in detail in his caption. And in the caption of that, he said, "And it seems like women love this ish the most." And he says, "I think they like it because they think it's a distraction from imperfection or some ish. And to all the black women, I'm speaking on everybody. I hate seeing a bushy head white woman too. Had to say that because I know how y'all get, even though y'all still gonna be mad." And he put up the hands like shrugs. He then tried to cover it up by posting a white woman, trying to act like this is who he was describing, when we know good and god darn well that is not who he was referring to. In the caption of this photo of this white woman, he then says, "This is the hairstyle I don't like. Maybe one day, but after a while, shit start looking crazy to me, kind of like driving a lime green box Chevy every day to work." And then as you can see, someone tells him, "Boy, like basically you tried it." So after his comments about not liking big curly bushy hair, like I said, he tried to then show this white woman as if he was not disrespecting and talking about black women. Well, Black Twitter wasn't here for it. There are several people who, decided to give him a piece of their mind on the situation. And this is what some of the comments had to say in regards to what he had to say. Now, let me put it all the way on the screen. Hold on. Okay. I had to back it up a little bit so you guys can see the full message. And then I'm going to bring someone on to talk about this. So one person says, "I hate the short man look. I'm not saying don't stop being short. I just don't personally like it. I like every other height though, especially the tall, fine look. But that short nigga-ish cannot do." So they were replying back to what he said about the afro look, about what he can't do with the afro look. Then another person said, maybe you don't like froze because your tiny hands can't grip it. And then another person says, "You should have kept this tweet in the drafts, my boy." Another person says, "Me watching your mentions right now." And then another person said, "You are short and facially challenged." And then another person says, most women hate the same size as my 5th grade son. Look too, but no one is tweeting about it. Most women hate the same size as my 5th grade son. Look too. Okay, but no one is tweeting about it, And then another person says, "Lion question mark." That's what it looks like. Wait, my whole thing changed. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. My screen went off of the post. Hold on, let me get back to it. I don't know what happened. Okay, now I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so it says, "Lion question mark." That's what it looks like from all the way down there. Poor thing. Another person, "Don't nobody give a F about what you don't like," laughing emoji. And another person put up, somebody put up like this size chart. And it says, "You must be this tall to give an opinion we give a fuck about." And then they put him down below on the size chart, saying that he's way down here. And in order to give an opinion, you got to be up here. And then another person says, you little spoon anyway, so it don't I don't see the issue. In other words, you better take what you can reach, little man. Your opinion, but their hair don't even what some of these people the way they wording it. I'm just gonna scroll along. Another person called him Chris Brown and said, "Okay, Chris Brown." And then Lil Duval came with the clapback, and he, I guess, wanted to defend himself further by saying that only the women who are complaining about this, like if you're still complaining about it, you're insecure about it. So he posted and he says, always remember, if you can't laugh about it, then you're still insecure about it. And then people continue to further roast him on the matter. Those of you guys who just entered into the chat, I'm going to refresh your memory on what he said. He posted up a post and he said, I hate the big curly bushy hair look. I'm not saying stop wearing it, ladies. I personally just don't like it. I like every other style though, especially the straight hair look, but the big afro line-ish, no can do. So my friend Dominique is the one who called me and sent this to me to cover. And I have him along as a co-host to give his thoughts on what Lil Duval says. So I'm going to unmute his phone so that he can have the floor. We always hear about what women think or what women feel. So I thought it'd be nice to have a man come along and, speak about how he feels about this. So let me put him on the line. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, what is your thoughts?
When I first seen it, I thought I was kind of annoyed because I'm tired of seeing black men down black women in some like low key shady way, talking about you hate the hair or you hate their skin complexion. So that's what made me. I got a little annoyed. Just start right there, and then I was going back and reading what he said. He tried to tiptoe around him, not like he tried to soften the blow of him dogging.
Your audio is going in and out.
Okay, he tried. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, he tried to soften the blow. I don't like how he tried to soften the blow of him dogging black women out by saying, I'm talking about white women too. Knowing dang well white women hair don't grow bushy like that. Black women are the only women whose hair grows against gravity and grows bushy like a lion's mane, so he say. But yeah, I just didn't like it. I'm tired of black men dogging black women out like that. It's getting irritated.
Yeah, I believe it's just like I said, when Chris Brown had made the comment, it's like we know what he dates, we know what he likes.
Right.
But Lil Duval's comment, it's like
yeah. I get that, Nique. I get you got preferences and all of that, but your preference shouldn't down another group of people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to down one group of people just to uplift another. You don't have to do that. He could have worded it different. Like, I love all black women, but women who straighten their hair out or whatever, or I don't. I love y'all black women, but I like light-skinned women. He could have said it like that or something like that. But the way he did, it looked like he tried to dog black women pretty much. And I don't even call him Lil Duval no more. His name is Lil Dummy. Lil Dummy.
Okay, so you feel like he was just, just trying to downgrade black women or whatever. Okay, so just hold on for 1 second. I have another caller on the line. I want to see what they have to say, and then I'm going to come back to you, Dominique. Uh, 205, hello? Oh, they hung up. Never mind. Okay, so, but yeah, I feel you. it's common these days. Like a lot of people try to act like black women are always complaining. Oh, black women want to be pick me, pick me, pick me type of thing. When that's not what it is. It's just the simple fact that if you like light women, if you like white women, that's cool and dandy. We see who y'all date, we see who you're with. It is a reflection and we understand. But when you try to come
Right.
after our features, our character traits, and you try to diss us to uplift other women, then that's where the problem lies. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is kind of
Right.
annoying. And for
Right.
you to send that to me, I was kind of like, oh, okay, because, I know that the woman that you currently date isn't a black woman and you're in an interracial relationship. So I kind of was like,
Yeah.
I was very interested to hear your take on it. And I definitely wanted to know what you thought about that, especially, your current relationship state as of now or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I am dating a Latina.
Mm-hmm.
No, she is not black. But before this, I love black women. I always have. I grew up around six sisters. I was raised by my grandma, so I love black women. And it just so happened that I had a child with a Latina, and that's what it is. I'm not going to abandon my child because I love black women. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get me wrong. I be feeling empty. I feel empty sometimes because I'm not with a black woman. But again, I'm doing what's necessary for my child, for my daughter.
What do you mean
That's
you feel empty because you're not with a black woman?
because black women, you don't have. It's stuff that interracial relationship that you have to explain to people that's not black that black women already understand. You don't have to explain nothing to them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and you gotta, and it get annoying sometimes that you gotta explain something or say something unjustly happened to a black man or a black woman, then in an interracial relationship, well, this happened to my people too, or this, yada 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 type shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking. But
Somebody in the chat said, "I'm sorry, but he sound like he making excuses about not being with black women." Well,
I mean
he's.
that's cool.
Go ahead.
I mean it's an excuse, but would you abandon your child? Would you abandon your child just for your own personal gain or whatever? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna do that. But yeah. But again, I love black women. I bat for y'all any day, every day, no matter who the fuck I'm with. And trust me, the woman hey, I'm not gonna lie, the woman I'm with, she knows I love black women and she knows that's who she's competing with, and a lot of times we done had some problems because she caught me slipping because I'm messing with a black woman. So
Okay.
I mean,
But yeah, so I wanted to hear from you mainly because, like I said, you're the one who sent it in to me. And being your relationship dynamic, I especially wanted to hear from you because I'm like, okay, well, these type of, well, not these type because you say you like, most of the guys, they only date outside the race. You date all races or whatever. But,
no,
um,
I don't date all. Let's clear that up right now. It just so happened I was messing with a Latina chick and she got pregnant. But they gotta have melanin, some type of melanin.
uh-huh.
Latina and up. Latina and up. But yeah, I don't date
Well,
white
being
chicks.
that you date women other than black women, like normally sometimes like guys who are in relationships with women who are not black, they be the main ones capping and disrespecting black
Uh,
women. So being that you sent this to me, I was like, I really want to hear what you think because
yeah,
we get quite the opposite a lot of the times. You get what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, I got what you're saying. But no, I'ma always combat again. My grandmother, my sisters, six sisters, even my daughter. My daughter got curly hair. Her hair grows out. That shit
Mhm.
is thick as heck. And for I, you could be taking a shot at my daughter, yo. you know. So
Yeah.
I just don't like that. If you got a preference, that's cool. You ain't gotta word it like he worded it. You ain't got it down. Oh, I don't like. You ain't gotta try to make jokes about black women's hair. Talk about it looks like a lion's mane and stuff like that. I don't like curly curly
Somebody
hair.
in the
That
chat said, "Is he light skinned?"
No, I'm not light skinned. I'm dark as fuck. Nique, tell him how I'm a dark skinned dude. But yeah,
Okay.
I, I don't like how black men. I don't like how Chris Brown. I would want I would if I was doing it, I would want somebody to check me as well.
Right.
If I was doing this ass petty stuff, I just don't like it, and that's it, man. And to be honest, all these women trying to steal for black women anyway. He talking about some he don't like women with bushy hair, but the white chicks be trying to get dreads. They be trying to do the fro thing, or the light skinned chicks be trying to do the fro thing. They
Yeah,
are
and you
trying to
see a
get
lot
bushy.
of everybody doing the black fishing, putting makeup on that's like way
Right.
darker.
Trying to get dark. Yeah, yeah. Trying to be tan. They trying to get hips like black women. Trying to get ass like black women. Trying to get lips like black women. Want the nose and everything.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
it
we
is
got
what it is.
somebody that called
Hello.
in. Hello.
Yes. Hi, Nique. This is
Hi.
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, love. So I'm a little bit confused as to why this guy on the phone, he's so contradictory. So he's
Oh,
calling in because he doesn't like the fact that Lil Duval made the comment about black people's hair, but at the same time, he's talking about being with a Hispanic, which I don't have a problem because you love who you love. But you sound like a contradiction to me because if you have a baby mom who have your child and you're staying with her because of the child, then
she said
you don't love her. So you're not a good person either.
right. She right. I agree with
So
that.
I'm not sure if this is about airtime or like it's annoying. Too many men are taking black women for granted. If you don't love a black woman, then there's a problem because if your mom is black or your dad is black, you should embrace your blackness.
Right.
And I'm not even born here. But I have a problem with all of these people that get a dollar and feel like, oh, I don't want a black woman. We're strong, we're educated, we make great mothers, excellent wives, we build great homes. What's the problem?
Okay,
Who
so
want like go ahead, love.
okay, so are you saying that like no guy could date outside his race at all, or it's just
No,
contradictory
I
that he's
believe
speaking
you
on this
fall in love
topic?
with who you fall in love with. You can date black, white, Hispanic, whomever. You are supposed to be with the person you fall in love with. My problem is your guest came on the phone because he did not like what Lil Duval said. So he
Mhm.
wanted to address that. But then he says, I am in an interracial relationship. So then he backpedals and say, but I'm only with her because of my child. That's basically what he's saying. And then he admitted in so many words by saying he cheats. That's not kosher. Like, dude, you're not making any sense because Little Duval is saying he don't like her hair. But now you're saying you're just not respectful to women because you're with somebody. She probably going to hear the interview. You're saying you're with her, but you miss being with black women. So if you don't love her and you love black women, why are you with her? Don't use her. So why are you not with the black woman, or you made a child with her, so you decide to stay with her, but you're going to cheat on her? We're missing what the phone call is supposed to be about, and that is to address the fact that everyone is speaking against what our naturalness is about, and that's part of it is our hair. So why are we going into some whole bunch of stupidness? Like, you need to figure out your own life and then call in so that you don't going.
She got
Well,
a
I
good point.
wanted to hear a variety of opinions because, like I said, most of the time when we hear our views, it's from us black women who are projecting our views on how we feel when we hear comments like this. So I thought it would be interesting to get him on the line, being that he has a opposite dynamic, being that most of the guys who talk like this are the ones who date outside their race. So to me, kind of in his
Yeah.
defense, just for him, I wanted to hear what he had to say, being that he is the opposite. Just because a guy dates outside their race doesn't mean that, doesn't all the time mean that they don't have love for black women at all. So, that's kind of why I wanted to speak about
Right,
his dynamic so it
that's
was clear.
fine. That's fine. Like, he could date any race, and a black woman could date any race. But I just had a problem how he came on, and then he had a problem, and I thought it was going somewhere, and then he's like, he had his baby mom is Hispanic, but then that's not even the issue. The issue was, but he misses the woman, and he's cheating, and it's like, where are we going with this exactly, sir? I apologize. I'm not sure.
Okay, I said I was past tense. Okay, let me clear some things up. It said she caught me before being past tense. Hello?
Okay. Well, just for the record,
Yeah.
Lil Duval, to me, I don't think our culture cares because he's irrelevant.
Right.
I mean, I don't think, like, he uses his platform in a negative way all the time, and people
Right.
need to see that.
Right.
People need to see that for example, he made a comment once that somebody emailed him, DM him, and asked him for money, and anybody who asks him for money, he's going to block them, and he's just, to me, very negative, and he's
Right.
only made that one song. I saw him in concert, and he was horrible.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I'm going to pause both of
But
you 1 second. Or Dominique, did you want to say
yeah.
something in reply to her?
But no, I definitely agree with what she was saying. Everything she was saying actually. But yeah, like I think you misheard me. I got caught
Yes,
cheating
I could hear you.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm cheating now. I'm talking about in the past
Okay.
because I was struggling because I felt and I still do some type of way. I can't explain that to her because of course she'd get offended. I mean, who wouldn't get offended? But she take it overboard. So I can't. These are emotions that are bottled up type of stuff. I can't explain it to her.
Okay, so I'm going to put both of y'all on pause really quickly. Hold on. Okay, 440, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Nique at night? No, but I was calling. I think honestly, what he said was really messed up. And it was definitely directed to black women, and that's sad that he should You feel like you have to downplay, you know, your own people. But I will say this like this: we as women, not even on a racial thing, but as women, we do the same thing with men. We like what we like. If you don't like to do it with dreads, okay, but nobody gets on our back because we don't like somebody with dreads, or we don't like this man with a fade or things like that. So it's kind of a double standard. But I definitely think that his comments it was racial. It was towards black women, and I think that's very terrible that he feels that way.
Okay, so you feel like it's a double standard. Like women get away with saying the features that they don't like on a man, but if a man says it, then it's a double standard.
I mean, yeah, it is. Even though for him, like I said, it was more on. You feel me? We as a black woman, well, I'm of mixed race, but still I wear my curly locks and all of that. But I definitely feel like when we can just be like, well, we don't like this and that as women, but for the man to be like, well, I don't like this hairstyle. I mean, that's the same thing. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
Some
but that's
people
all I
in
wanted
the.
to say. I gotta go make tacos.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Hello. Oh wait. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to
I love
add?
your show, by the way. You have an excellent show.
Oh, thank you. I
Like,
appreciate that.
sometime I listen to it when I'm at work also. But, I understand what she's saying. Like, you like who you like. I feel that way, too. But I think it's how it's presented. It's going to be, like, when we say something, we have to consider how it will be perceived. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Especially when you have a large audience. And I think the fact that he has a large audience, how he says, he may just be like, oh my gosh, I hate that hairstyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on how he says it. And if he says it where it's going to be taken or perceived as if he just doesn't like black people's texture of hair, you know what I mean? Even though he used a different photo. So it's all in perception. So every time you speak, you have to consider how what you say will be perceived, and then it determines what type of communication you're relaying to the listener or the person who is your audience. So in this case, this guy's famous. He's on social media. It's going to be on the Shade Room all over the place, and everybody's going to say, "Oh, Little Duval don't like black people." Maybe he does. Maybe he loves black people. But the
Mhm.
way he says it, or maybe he just don't like that type of hair, he just needed to think about what he said. But personally, I just called him because that guy just sounded confused.
There's two people in the
That's
chat though
really
that
why I
say
called.
one person, Bree Lax, she says that he's directing the message to anyone with wavy and curly natural hair, not just black women. And then another person, Beauty Sweetie, says, but black women aren't the only one who has big curly hair. He could simply be talking about the style.
Exactly. He could be talking about the style, but we're living in a climate that is going to be taken in the manner of which the majority. You see what I mean? So if the majority feels that, oh, so now here we go again, he doesn't like the hair, maybe he has to clarify. If he values his fans or his culture, his people, whatever, then, say it, whatever. Everybody's not going to like everything that a person does. That's just reality of life. And we can't always expect that everybody's going to like what we like. I don't think necessarily that he don't like black people because I saw him in person at a stand-up, and he didn't appear that way based from his jokes, his conversation didn't seem that way. But the statement that was made is derogatory towards black people, and if he cares, he should clarify. That's just it. That's just the reality.
Yeah, well, he came out and he said that anybody who feels offended is insecure about it. So he kind
Well,
of.
I'm not insecure. I'm Jamaican, and my hair is gorgeous. My hair, I have curly hair, but it's gorgeous. And if I had very thick hair that's not curly, I would still love it because you know what? It's all about what you feel about yourself. I embrace my beauty, and I do not let anybody, any famous person or non-famous person, to determine how I feel about myself. And that's where we have a problem. We are relying on social media to determine how we should feel about ourselves, and it's not real. Half
I
of these
don't think
people are
totally that it's about us relying on social media telling us how we should feel. Colorism dates back for a very long time, and it's not just a social media thing. Colorism, discrimination against dark brown women, is not something that just happened overnight and not something that just happened with celebrities. This is something that has been going on way back to the brown paper bag test, way back to
it
Willie
is.
Lynch syndrome. So it's not like, oh, we're just waiting for social media to validate us. That's not what it is. Black men have been disrespecting black women for a
And
very
then you know
long
what we
time.
should
So I
do?
can't
You know
agree
what we
with
should
that
do?
part. I can't agree. I
So,
can't agree with
and
that.
you are correct about that. You know what we should do? We should just not support him. I don't follow him. When someone does something that you find offensive, don't support them. Cut them loose. And then they're going to realize, because you know what? Everybody's trying to look like us, but yet still a lot of black men are out here saying what they're saying. So, like, you have all these women who feel insecure about themselves. You know, because you get some guy like this. This guy looks ridiculous. He got a very tiny body, little hands, a big head, and he's talking about what? Black is beautiful. And I embrace it. Every inch of it. It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like, don't follow him. Everybody on your page right now should unfollow him if they're following him. Unfollow him. Don't support him. Don't go to any of his shows. Don't buy any of his
cancel
songs.
culture really don't. It really lasts overnight. Honestly, I wouldn't go as far as. People are still gonna support who they support, but it's just good to know the person that you're supporting, what their intentions are, and how they feel about you. I would say that.
Yep.
I wouldn't, cause, I don't know, but. Yeah, thank you for calling in. I definitely appreciate, everyone who called in
Yes,
to
you're
talk
welcome.
about this.
Well, you have a great evening, my love. I'm going to go do my homework.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Dominique, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to give a final word to the people?
No, what the lady was saying was correct. It did sound like I was dancing around, but I guess I misspoke type of thing. But what I was
Mm-hmm.
doing in the past, yeah, I was doing in the past. But anyway, we talked about Lil Duval. I don't feel like okay, I'm in an interracial relationship, but I still wouldn't go out here dogging black women and saying, "Oh, I don't date black women, and I don't like their curly hair, and I don't like it when it look bushy. I like it when it's straight, like this type of woman or that type of woman." I don't think that's necessary. If you got a preference, that's fine. But again, like the lady said, it's how you word it.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have worded it how he worded it. If if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's my last thoughts. And also, he wouldn't have felt he would if he didn't feel guilty, he wouldn't have posted a white woman with straight hair with a fake afro look like.
Mm-hmm.
I think he felt guilty. I think he felt guilty and he felt some type of way and he knew he messed up. So he was looking for the lightest woman with an afro. He knew what he was doing. So
Right.
it is
Yeah.
a
That's true.
little dumb.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for lending your opinion on this topic.
Yep.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that was this conversation about Little Duval and his comments. I wanted to get his opinion on it, being that I thought it would be interesting, being that, he does date outside, and it is always the men who do date outside who we hear these kind of sentiments from. So I thought it was interesting, somebody who didn't have those sentiments. So I wanted to, have a little bit of dialogue about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys who called in. And thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. And stay tuned for more videos. All right, guys. Peace.